Here now is Herman Cain, former presidential candidate. He's also a Fox News contributor. Before we move on to something else, let me ask you about your reaction to scenes like this today. I can already hear Democrats sniping in the background, can't you?
Yes, I can. But the president's remarks, Melissa, underscores the fact that he is dedicated to all of the people, women, blacks, whites, all Americans. That's what's so great about him. And the only way that the Democrats know to try and bring him down or slow him down is to attack him on every little molehill that they can find.
Yeah.
I think his remarks were absolutely right on. He could have given that same speech in front of a different audience, maybe change some of the names. He mentioned Harriet Tubman. He mentioned Abigail Adams. That was great. But the fact that he's talking about achieving your American dream
and personal
is what
empowerment
helps to inspire people.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean, his message was about personal empowerment, and he brought up a woman who we had on our show yesterday who lifted herself up from being homeless to having this great business, and she did it on her own. And it was the same message, not that the government should be giving, what can the government do for these people, but what are people doing for themselves, and the inspiration of people who lifted themselves up. Anyway, let me turn you to Homeland Security.
Yes, absolutely. And the thing about it is, what other country do you have this kind of opportunity other than the United States? I think that was fantastic.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, so let me ask you about Homeland Security. That's what we were supposed to talk to you about today. Secretary John Kelly is meeting with the U.S. Conference of Mayors today after many mayors remain outraged that they could see funding cuts if they remain sanctuary city. L.A. Mayor Eric Garcetti spoke just outside the conference room today. Listen.
Yes. We want to get beyond the caricatures of what, quote-unquote, a sanctuary city is, for instance, and talk about how we can comply with getting dangerous criminals off our streets. Every mayor and every chief wants to do that. We want ICE to be focused on those violent criminals, not on the grandmother who has overstayed her welcome or who has too many parking tickets and that becomes a felony because she didn't pay them. We want to focus on the serious violent criminals.
So Herman, that's the binary choice, is that obviously the Trump administration is focused on grandmothers with a parking ticket. And he's saying, no, you know, sanctuary cities, we're still good citizens. We only want ICE to pursue the real criminals. Do you believe him?
No, I do not. And here's the thing that he doesn't talk about, nor does anyone else talk about. If you do not comply with federal law, you are breaking the law. They basically want it both ways. The Trump administration hasn't gone after grandmothers, yanking kids out of their homes. That is a scare tactic that some of these people are using to try to continue what has been looked beyond for the last 8 years. Since for the last 8 years, the Obama administration gave them a pass on the whole idea of sanctuary cities. They think it should continue, and this administration is saying we want to enforce the laws, not go after grandmothers and kids.
Right, or we'll keep the money. And according to reports, the 10 most populous cities where leaders shield illegal immigrants from federal law, it could be $2.27 billion in federal funds. Maybe President Trump should put that towards the wall.
He could put it toward the wall, but here's what some of these mayors don't understand. To defund these cities is just a first step. I don't know if they know that the Department of Justice has the authority to indict these mayors if they wanted to. It's in the law. Anytime you break a federal law, if the mayor is the one promoting it or the chief of police, they could be indicted. But the administration is not trying to go that far. They are just saying, work with us to enforce the laws that are on the books so we can screen out criminals. Look at all of the Americans that have been hurt because illegals have been here. That's what this is all about. They keep trying to shift the subject to grandmothers and kids being yanked out of homes.
Yeah, Herman Cain, thank you. Thanks for your time today. David.
And you are a great American woman.
Thank you.